Hey, what's up guys? NullRage here, and today we're taking a look at the 52 review for Frank Castle, aka the Punisher. Let's go ahead and hop in, and first things first, have a look at his synergies here. I believe they remain the same, with level 25 giving you health on enemy defeat, and level 50 giving you spirit on enemy defeat. I believe the amounts here will scale with your level. I'm not 100% sure on that though. Alright, now, before we hop in and have a look at all of his powers here, I think we should first touch on his spirit replacement mechanic, which is called ammo, and it's tied in with the skill Rapid Reload. Rapid Reload is going to give you a passive effect, increasing your maximum ammo, and a critical hit and brutal strike rating boost as well. Here's how that scales. And it also has an active effect on it to recover 100% of your maximum ammo. The cooldown is 20 seconds, but it's 15 seconds if you're below 25% ammo. Ammo cost reduction effects, aka spirit cost reduction effects, reduce Rapid Reload's cooldown instead of reducing ammo costs. So that'll be pretty interesting. And how ammo works is you've got all these other skills, which by the way have no icons because this is very early on Test Center, so I'm gonna be losing my skills a lot, but hopefully we'll make it through this video just fine. And the skills will have icons, of course, once everything is finalized and worked out a bit more. Right. So Rapid Reload. Reloads your ammo, and ammo is consumed whenever you use certain skills, anything that's not a basic, like this Fletchet Blast here, or let's just use full auto. I think this will be that's on 1, right? Yeah. Alright, so full auto, and you can see down there, the bottom right, that my ammo is slowly reducing, and it went from blue and then to slightly a blue-red, and then here I've got like 1 bullet left, which is 66 ammo. Now if I sit here for a while, my ammo will replenish sometime. Well, it was doing it earlier. Maybe I have to run completely dry on ammo. Now I'm completely dry. Now, eventually, I think you have to be out of combat for a certain amount of time or something. The ammo will reload all on its own. But you've also got this other skill, Rapid Reload, which will allow you to bump, you're back at full ammo. And that's a 20-second cooldown, 15-second if used below 25%. So you're probably going to want to always be using that below 25% to get the most out of it. And then he's got another mechanic over here, which is the choice between Old Painless and the Flamethrower. Now these are mutually exclusive skills, but they tie in with a bunch of his other skills. Based on which one you choose, some of his other skills will have various extra effects. Like here with Fletchet Blast, you see that it gains an extra physical damage over time effect if you have points in Flamethrower. Right now in my current build, I only have the points in Old Painless, so I'm not gaining that extra ability there, the damage over time, to this skill. Alright, so let's look at each individual skill now. We've got Trusty Sidearms, fallback on twin semi-automatics, 45 caliber when your primary runs dry, to buy yourself time to reload. Alright, so this hitting with this skill will reduce the cooldown of Rapid Reload. It's going to deal some physical damage, and it's just a basic attack. There was some controversy over this as to whether or not Frank Castle would use 1 or 2 guns. I personally think Frank Castle is the type of person, although it's not shown much in the comics, you know, he's usually only shown using 1 pistol. I think if life gives him 2 guns, then he uses two guns. You know, he's very much a make lemonade type person. Now we've got full auto here. Showed it off a bit earlier. Physical damage twice per second. Ongoing spirit cost. I guess ammo cost. Just wave it around, spray and pray, all that. When you get dry, hit that reload. Alright, next up we've got Fletched Blast, gaining that extra damage over time from Flamethrower. Now here it is without that bonus damage from Flamethrower. Right? No damage over time, but through the beauty of dual spec, eventually I'll be out of combat. Can I be out of combat now, please? There we go. Okay, and there it reloaded there. It was behind the window, but I did reload when I went out of combat. So there is an automatic reload system. If you go out of combat, it should reload all your guns. Or your ammo, rather. Alright, so here's Fletched Blast with that extra bonus from having Flamethrower, and then you see it's got a damage over time effect, which is really cool. Alright, next skill up we've got Burst Fire, which again is going to benefit from having that point in Flamethrower over here. It's going to deal some physical damage. It's going to shoot 3 times, it looks like. It's a controlled burst, 3-shot burst. Here we go. Very fast animation. Maybe a bit too fast, in my personal opinion. But it's also going to have that 10% extra damage against bleeding, 10% extra damage against burning, and 10% extra damage against poisoned enemies. So he's got a few different... I think he can apply all of those effects. Bleeding, burning, and poison. I think over here with Flamethrower, of course, he's going to burn. With Volatile Nerve Gas, I believe he will poison. And then somewhere over here, he's probably got some bleeds. Not 100% sure where, but that will be really cool. Applying all of those different effects and giving this skill a whole bunch of extra damage. Oh, that's not the right skill. There we go. Burst Fire. Alright, moving on, we've got Headshot. Draw a bead with your sniper rifle, delivering a 50 caliber shot to the dome that cannot miss. Physical damage, cooldown of 8 seconds, and it has an execute mechanic if you have a point in Old Painless. So we don't have that point in Old Painless, but let's go ahead and swap back to this other spec here with the point in Old Painless, and we'll gain that execute bonus. Alright, where's it at? 4? Right. Pulls out huge sniper rifle. Look at the size of that thing. That's what she said. Anyway, that is a very, very powerful attack. At least it sounds like it. It looks like it too. I like the animation on that. Submachine guns is next, and this just says submachine guns. That's sort of a weird name for an attack. I guess maybe submachine guns, Magnum. These might have different names once he goes live. Probably will. These may be working titles. But anyway, we've got submachine guns. He's going to deal some physical damage. There's a huge, very fast rate of fire here, and the ammo cost is reduced by 50% for 5 seconds after using a cooldown power. So it doesn't have a cooldown on its own, but if you use it after a cooldown power, like Headshot that we just used, then it won't use quite as much ammo. Let's see, it's on F. Yep, okay. So here's the ammo consumption normally. Right. And let me pull out reload here. Boom. Reloaded. Alright, now if I use Headshot first and then go to town with this, then I'm going to be able to fire it for a lot longer. You can see the ammo is reducing a lot slower than it was without using Headshot beforehand. Alright, so let's reload again. And next up we've got Magnum. punks won't feel so lucky when you pull out your scoped revolver and deliver up to 6 slugs of .49 caliber justice. Sure, why not? Can be activated up to 6 times within 20 seconds. It's going to deal some physical damage. It looks like it's going to be a pretty heavy thing. He just whips out the 6-shooter, and it's got a cooldown of 4 seconds here, or 40 seconds. 40 seconds. Wow, I'm misreading all over the place. So cooldown of 40 seconds, instantly resets when you use rapid reload, and deal double damage if below 25% ammo. Oh, I'm wondering, could you get... I have some... I've got some ideas for a build that might be pretty fun. I need to try it out a little bit later, but using this, it would sort of end up... You'd use it like every 10 seconds or so if you had the right amount of ammo cost reduction, and you just keep reloading, you know, do some of this in between, and then hit them with the magnum real hard, then reload, then some of this, hit them with the magnum real hard, reload. We'll see. I gotta play around with that. Let's have a look at the magnum. That's pretty cool. And again, the damage tuning is not done on this, so don't worry about, you know, the damage you're seeing. It'll probably be higher, or it might be lower, whatever. You know, the damage on this will definitely be higher than what it is right now. Not to mention I don't have any gear on. Alright, so we got Buckshot Blast next. Blast a swath through enemies with your pump action 12 gauge tactical shotgun. Physical damage vulnerability application, and bonus effect from having a point in Old Painless here. If you have 100% ammo, deal triple damage. Really? Does it... That's only with the first shot, I guess. It does use ammo. Yeah, so the first shot after reloading deals a lot of extra damage. Yeah, 100% extra damage. Applies vulnerability. So maybe, what if you... Maybe these two skills right here, Magnum and Buckshot, are like the beginning and end of your rotation. You start with Buckshot, you use some of this other stuff in between. Maybe a... There we go. Some of that. Then when you get low, you hit with the Magnum. Finish it off, right? Or, wow, the Magnum doesn't even use ammo. The Magnum doesn't even use ammo. So if you get to 0 ammo and then hit with the Magnum, then reload, start off with the Buckshot again, and then reload.
Let's finish.
Oh wow. Yeah, you might be able to just do that indefinitely. Probably doing quite a bit of damage in the process. I'll have to play around with that. Tactical reload, or tactical roll, rather. Tactical roll. It's your basic dodge roll. There you go. It does some damage now. I don't know that it ever did damage before, but it looks like it's the same as it always was. But it may do damage now. And then, of course, we've gone over rapid reload. Now we've got no mercy. Let's put some of this on the bar here. Okay. That looks good. Alright, so no mercy. Use close quarter combat techniques to ruthlessly slice your foes. Now, before we go any further, let me ensure that none of these have bonus effects. No. These skills here in the assault tree are in no way tied to Old Painless or Flamethrower, so your choice of either one won't affect the assault tree here. So no mercy. Physical damage and 50% extra damage if below 25% ammo. It's a basic. It's a basic, huh? Kind of slow. But I do like that. The concept of, well, he's out of ammo and they're still charging him. What's he gonna do? He's gonna whip out his knife and go to town on their face. No mercy. Alright, now we've got Sprint next up, and who knows if the name will stay the same. But it's another one of those just run skills that Captain America and Winter Soldier have both had this ability. And Juggernaut, of course, has it, and I really like these. These are good. They fit the characters that they're giving them to. They really fit people that don't ride bikes or don't fly or anything like that. It's a good alternative travel power. Alright, next we've got Explosive Escape. Tumble away from danger while lobbing a grenade to dissuade pursuers. Gonna deal physical damage, physical grenade damage? Only fires if ammo is available. So this skill will use ammo. Alright. Now what happens if I use up all of my ammo? Let me find something to use up all of my ammo with. There we go. Alright, what happens if I don't have ammo, but I still use this skill? I've got 0 ammo now. Okay, so the skill can still be used. It just won't throw the grenade if you don't have any ammo. You can still get that dash backwards, that dodge, if that's what you're after, but it will only fire if you have ammo to use. Alright, Pain Tolerance is passive in the tree. It's going to give you, this is huge, this is amazing. As far as defense goes, I'm not sure if this is going to be the kind of thing that I need to max out, but it is incredibly good defensively. Ignore 4.5% damage per 10% up to 70% missing health. So the lower on HP you get, the less damage you take. The closer and closer to death, the slower and slower you approach it. Sort of an exponential kind of thing. Up to 70%. Alright, now we've got, or I guess up to 70% missing HP, which, you know, how much damage reduction that would be exactly. Somebody will have to do the math for me in the comments below. But it looks like it scales the amount you can have. So the more points you put in here, the even more effective that effect is going to be. And you could probably get pretty low and keep that damage reduction going up. Alright, max damage ignored. Oh, well there it is. There it is right there. It says right below it. If I just continued reading, the max damage ignored is right there. No need to do math at all. Yes, I like that. Alright, and then you've got defense, max health, and projectile deflection as well, and regenerate 100% of your maximum health when you are defeated. You're also going to have the active effect Terrify and crowd control breaker. So you know, definitely want 1 point in here because it's amazing, but also because it's your CC breaker, which will also terrify everything around you. That's pretty cool. Now on to the demolitions tree. We've got Pineapple Grenade. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the other spec, even after I just put all those skills on the bar, because I want to look at the bonuses this tree gets from Flamethrower, because I know it does. We've got some physical damage here with Pineapple Grenade, and it's going to have a dot on it if you have that point in Flamethrower. So remember that point in Flamethrower, got to have it if you want this bonus effect with the damage over time. I like that. Whoever did the audio on that, spot on, dude. Pulls the pin out, throws it, it rolls. That is excellent. Great audio work on that skill. Alright, next up we've got a volatile nerve grenade, or nerve gas, rather. Your grenade launcher deploys canisters of toxic chemicals. Use flamethrower on the bomb to detonate the fumes, setting off a massive explosion. So it's going to deal some physical damage. It's got a cooldown of 6 seconds. It's, now what happens if I don't use flamethrower? It looks like it's got its own sort of damage over time effect here, but that may be due to the point in flamethrower, right? Yeah, I think that's due to the point in flamethrower. Let me... So if I don't have flamethrower... Yeah, if I don't have flamethrower, it's just a bomb. Goes out, deals a little bit of AoE damage. But if I have that extra point in flamethrower after I get out of combat here... Anytime now. There it goes. Alright. So, after I get out of combat, I can... Flamethrower. Right. Got that point in flamethrower. It's going to deal the damage over time. And if you hit the bomb with flamethrower, it's going to deal physical explosion damage. Looks like that's going to end the dot, though. So... do this, and then I hit with that, and it explodes. Huh. I didn't quite catch that because the animation lagged there. We'll try that again here in a minute when we get to flamethrower. But next up we've got rocket launcher. Wield a shoulder-mounted multi-purpose assault weapon that launches a thermo... All these words, man. I suck at pronunciation. You guys know it. Alright. So, shoot them with rockets. Do it. Is it just one big shot? That's all it is? Pulls out a rocket launcher, shoots them once? I don't know. The rocket launcher looks like it to hold maybe like, I don't know, a few missiles? Maybe not. But, that's pretty cool. Just... one big shot of damage, huge AoE clear kind of thing. Alright, next up we've got Flashbang. Your assault rifle is equipped with an underslung flashbang launcher capable of terrifying enemies exposed to the concussive light and sound. Physical damage applies a terrify and a weakening effect. Boom. That... wow. That visual effect is spot on for what a flashbang would be. And you can just run around... What's the diminishing returns on Terrify? I don't know. Let's reload here. We ran out of ammo. So can you keep things like permanently terrifying? Looks like no, there's some diminishing returns going on. Maybe not. These are staying terrified. I don't know. You may be able to do a sort of a perma fear thing, but that's pretty cool. That was always one of my favorite things with Castle before, is that his he could do this sort of like permanently fearing everything in the area kind of thing. Because he had some, when he got a kill, he'd fear people. He had a few other skills that he could work in there too to fear people, and that's sort of what I want to do if I can set up a build that just fears everything in the area. All right, next we've got, of course, the choice between Old Painless and Flamethrower. I don't think we've actually shown what these do. Let's go to Old Painless first. Mow down enemies with withering fire from your massive belt-fed Gatling minigun. Mutually exclusive. Flamethrower, of course, is going to deal some physical damage. 50 hits of it, in fact. You'll gain a damage shield, 60% reduction in damage taken while channeling. It's got a channel time of 4.9 seconds. It looks like only the damage increases with points put into the skill. Let's have a look at Old Painless here. And from the look of it, all of his bullets with that skill pierce too, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's an incredibly strong weapon there. If used like full auto and then use Old Painless and just like wave them around like you just don't care, that's a lot of AoE carnage. Alright, next up we've got Flamethrower. Go ahead and switch back over to this, and of course it's got that 20-second cooldown on it, 4-second channel time, damage over time. It's sort of a little bit closer ranged attack, but it's also going to give you that damage shield. It looks like these two skills, they sort of work the same way. They just do it differently. You know, one's a gun, one's a flamethrower, and then they affect your other skills in various ways. So let's have a look at Flamethrower here. A lot of range, although the animation doesn't show it. It's actually hitting these guys over here, even though the animation stops somewhere around here. But that's pretty cool. And it also can be used to detonate this volatile nerve gas. Let's try that out again. So we didn't quite figure out how that was supposed to work. There he goes. Okay, so you throw out the volatile nerve gas and maybe let it tick for a little bit. You know, just like a couple seconds of that tick, and then you hit them with the flamethrower, blow it up for huge bonus damage here. The damage of the explosion scales off the points in volatile nerve gas, not the points in flamethrower. That's pretty cool. And finally, we've got his ultimate, Battle Van. Escalate the war against crime by calling in your heavily armed and armored custom battle van, bristling with multiple turrets and rocket launchers. Okay, so I have no idea how this skill is going to work. It doesn't tell me exactly how much damage anything does. I just know the active duration is 15 seconds. Here we go. What? So, can I move? I can move the turret, it looks like. I'm not exactly... Blows away everything in front of it, that's for sure. Blows away everything in front of it. I don't know if I can drive it around or if I just call it in and hop in it and start firing. I think that's what happens. Is I just call it in and hop in it and start firing. Still, that is really cool, and I can't wait to try it out when it goes live. Looks like the animation might need a little bit of cleaning up here and there. I mean, he did do this little I'm gonna jump in the air and now I'm in an invisible car right before the van, you know, got to him. But you know, I think in the thick of battle, you're not really gonna notice that too much. But that was Punisher. Pretty cool 52 review. I've got a lot of ideas for some builds that I'm going to play around with over the next few days and see what I come up with. So look forward to that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, take it easy. Have a good one. Peace.